everybody, and welcome to Big D Energy. I'm your host, Daisha Monique, and today I have some very special guests. Beautiful souls, amazing people here, amazing women here with me today. As you can see, I have all of these beautiful black women, so shout out to you guys. On today, I really just wanted to dedicate this episode to motherhood, to women, empowerment, and just the ins and outs of being a black woman in this world and in this society today. For those who don't know, I unfortunately lost my biological mama at the age of 18 due to a car accident. And though it was a very unfortunate thing to happen to me, I was blessed with all of these individuals in this room who really stepped up to the plate and, have helped me out in ways that I couldn't imagine. I would not be sitting in this seat right now today if it wasn't for all of you guys. So I did want to dedicate this solely, especially for y'all, because y'all deserve all the flowers in the world, because the way that y'all came into my life when I needed y'all the absolute most has been beautiful, and I can't thank y'all enough. Like, this is not even enough here, but I appreciate you guys so much for coming, sitting down, talking with me, listening to me, and, opening up and giving insight on what it's like to be black women, to be mothers, to be in somebody else's life as a mother figure and, as a very close auntie, and, what it took for y'all to even get to where y'all are today, and again, I just want to thank you guys. The world goes around because of black women, in my opinion. So without y'all, we would not be here, and I want to thank y'all so much. Here on Big D Energy, we keep it real and raw. So, I do want to know about the mother's experiences, but I want to know about the daughters too. So I had to make sure we brought the daughters along so, they can put y'all in check in case y'all want to say some stuff that y'all ain't got no business saying or something, or, something that ain't all the way true. You might have to, so... again, this is what I want to dedicate this episode to. So we guys, if we can go around and everybody introduce themselves real quick for me.
I'm going first?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey y'all, I'm Brianna, BJ, Bree, whichever one come out first.
My co-host.
Hello everyone, I am Chandra and I am Brianna's mother.
Hey, I'm Jerica and this is my mother right here.
Hi, I'm Melvina and this is my daughter Jerica.
I'm Malia, and this is my mother.
I am Shonda, and I'm Malia's mother.
Everybody, mothers, daughters, everybody. So we're going to go ahead and just get into it. I do want to start by asking you guys in general, what is it like being a black woman in this society that we're in today, in you guys' opinion? What's the difference in, just for example, how you guys saw your moms grow up and how they raised you all, what has changed? What dynamics have changed in you guys' opinions when it come down to now?
I can't say what has changed, but what I can say, something that's consistent, the black woman is heavy because you hold the glue for everything and you have to still show up. Mm-hmm. You have to still maintain for everyone. And I just from watching my mom and then my journey, I think that's something that's consistent. That's the same.
So you feel like it always just falls on the black woman, on the black mom?
Absolutely. Even just so happened in my household does not contain the father. So, but talking with friends that, are married, even with that piece, you have a man in the household and he may be the breadwinner or the leader or, what have you. But they sometimes require you as the mom, too. You have to take care of them, too,
Why,
and so.
Why do y'all feel like this? Why are we, or I'll state with you guys, why do you guys feel like, why is it that way? Why is it always the woman and the mother who has to run everything. Like when you think about Madea back in the day, she ran everything, the whole family. So why is it like that? Why has it always been like that?
To me, I think a lot of times they see the black woman as a signal of a sign of strength. Mm-hmm. You know, it's like a lot of families have hierarchies in their family. When they go, it's like another woman had to step up, to teach the other women and stuff like that. So I think a lot of times, and what she was saying about like change, I don't see a lot of change because a lot of times we're still being disrespected, and we're still not really giving our flowers. Just now, we are actually really just starting to come out owning businesses, being able to have the career. We're not getting paid like we should. So we're still striving to catch up with other races. But I think it's a sign of strength. I mean, you look at a black mom. When most boys, my mom. That's who got me here. Got me there. I think that's what it is. Mm-hmm. It's just a signal of strength, just to see that person had that authority.
Mm-hmm. So, you guys said that you don't see much of a change, but also we are finally getting into an era of being recognized.
Just now. So, with that, why do you feel like how are we now getting our recognition? Well, more black women are coming into their own as far as businesses and stuff, starting their own business. You seeing that basically coming in economic freedom, and CEOs of companies and stuff like that. You didn't see that back then.
So the working mom, how is that? Because I feel like now that women are able to run their own businesses and able to, be in those CEO positions, how does that change the dynamics of being a mother? Because it's like we're known for being moms. That's what you're supposed to be doing. That's what you need to be focused on. So what's the difference now? How are we able to go from the focus on is the household, and now is okay. The focus is the household, the kids, and working. Like what is that like for you guys now in this world now?
It's easier now because mine are grown and gone. But when they were younger, it was the fact that you had to be intentional. You had to prioritize. You had to have a routine. You had to have a structure in order to stay balanced. And for me, the one thing I was unbalanced. My life was my children. And so when they left the nest, then I realized how imbalanced it was because it was like, where's my life? So I spent so much time focusing on my children, making sure they were where they're supposed to be. But now that's my reward. So now I get to sit back because, speaking earlier why it's always the black woman who's taking care of the household, I was intentional about making sure I did my best to raise a young black man the way we would like to see them out here in society. And if we don't do it, because we got to be careful when we speak into our children's life and how we approach them. You got to let them make mistakes. You got to let them fall and learn from the mistakes. That's the only thing I used to ask of them. I'm going to let you make mistakes. Just learn from them. Don't keep repeating it. So it's just the encouragement. And so for now, I would say still, it has to be routine. There has to be some type of structure. Otherwise, it becomes chaos.
So what do you, because I know you have 2 boys and a girl, Auntie, you have 2 girls, you have 3 boys and a girl. What is the difference in raising the boys and raising the girls?
Wait.
What, and then for you, Auntie, was there a difference for you having 2 girls? Like what was the difference in all of that for everybody?
I don't know about of course the raising boys, but girls, it's like I know they see me as being overprotective, but a lot of yeah, I know they see me as being overprotective, but that's how I was raised. I was raised by my grandmother, so she was very overprotective with me. And so it kind of brought it to where I was overprotective with them. It, you know, I say that I should have let them make a lot of their mistakes, you know what I'm saying? But I kind of was wanting to be their cushion when they failed. And, you know, their dad was like, no, you got to let them do it. And I'm like, no, I don't want them to skin their knee. I need to put something
as
in
a
there.
mom,
I need to wrap it
yeah.
with bubble wrap or something, you know. I was I am still very overprotective.
Like it's not.
But it's the world that we're in, and I'm a person that's naturally a worrier, and I sometimes I hate that because then I don't let them make their mistakes and see where it could have ended up, but I don't want them to face a lot of things I see out there. You know what I'm saying? So it's
trying to be in control. Trying to be in control.
Yes, and I need to relinquish some of that.
So with mothers, with us wanting to be so nurturing and so, I don't want you to hurt yourself, or I don't, what difference do you guys feel like it made when it came down to y'all raising boys compared to raising your daughters?
That's a loaded question.
I got some loaded answers.
So daughters, what was the difference, or did y'all feel there was a difference when it came down to how, your moms were with raising your brothers?
Absolutely.
You think it was a difference?
Very much so.
I agree.
And why? Like what?
Okay, so I am my mom's oldest kid. Her only daughter, oldest kid. So off rip, I'm going to raise my baby to not need nobody. In my head. That might not have been what she was thinking, but I feel like I was raised to really handle my business. So I would handle my business. On the other hand, my brothers, she's more of, I guess that's that nurturing part. Like my mama, not saying she wasn't, gentle with me or nurturing me. Like I cannot count a time my mama did not have my back. Like even in the wrong, she was there. Like she had my back. It's just like, but I know you can fix it. I know you can do better. I know you know better, so I know you can handle it. But on the other hand, I gotta be over here a little bit longer. I gotta help him do this just a little bit more. Okay, but that don't mean I don't want help. Just because I can do it without help, don't mean I don't want help.
That's part of that strong black woman, though. She was making you a strong
Exactly.
black woman.
That
That's
comes with consequences, though, because when you raise me to be independent, when I get older, I'm independent, and you want me to depend on you, but you raise me to be independent.
right.
So how do I start to come to people? How do I know how to accept help when I was raised to help myself?
And that
So it
goes to
comes
even
with-
trying to find men. Like, don't no man want no woman that don't need them. And my mama made me not need you, so I don't care.
Take care of me. He can walk out because
I got
it's
it.
just a love loss. It's not a finance loss. It's not
Like,
a
I can take care of
property loss.
myself.
It's just a love loss because I was doing it before you because that's how my mama raised me.
When y'all want to be like that, though? Why?
Kind of, sort of. Now it's this feeling like I can't fail because I was raised to, be held to, or I feel like I was raised and held to a certain standard. And so now I feel if I drop below that standard, I can't drop below that standard.
Period.
Because that's who I was. I was raised to take care of myself, figure it out, and don't do it with the attitude that all the black women have. And so now it's like, if I don't do that, I'm failing black women, or I'm failing my mother, or I'm failing myself because I'm not upholding myself to this standard that I've been held on.
But we all want to be able to relax too. That's why it's like, yeah, I can be independent, but dang, who gonna come and take the reins out my hand?
Or like kind
Who
of
gonna come help me
rescue
be great?
Yeah.
But our parents didn't raise us to need nobody to help us be great.
So how do y'all feel?
I feel like it's history behind it, and it kind of goes back to the original topic we were talking about. So, as a mother of 3 boys and 1 daughter, absolutely, I raised her to be what I am, and that is a strong, independent woman because that's who I am. I'm going to raise my son to be what I feel like he needs to be for a woman, but I'm going to raise her to be what I know she needs to be as a strong black woman. So it creates that strong woman that carries everything. But look, I have to go to religion just a little bit because this is my opinion. I feel like the household was supposed to be a man and a woman with the children. And each parent is supposed to operate in a certain capacity. And as the mother, I am supposed to raise my daughter to be that strong person because that's my connection to her. The father is supposed to coddle her and do those things. I'm going to make her equipped to be what she needs to be. He comes in. That's where that daddy's girl comes in. And then when you have the son as a mother, that's where the mama's boy come in because I'm doing what I'm supposed to do with my son. Their father is supposed to crack the whip and do all those things. So we take on some things for my household because there's not the father in the household. So I'm taking on some things to try and raise him the way the way they're supposed to be. But I'm not a man. You know what I mean? So that's where the imbalance comes in, and where the daughter may feel like, oh, you are harder on me. Well, I'm operating in my capacity. I'm operating in my space, what I'm supposed to be doing, but it's imbalance when the household has an imbalance.
Right. So with you, how do you feel? How do you feel you went about things because there wasn't really a father, in your household. So, how did you have to go about things with having two sons and then a daughter? What was the difference in the dynamics in, raising her and then raising them?
For me, each child is different. And some people think that you have a cookie cutter and they're all the same. So I can't treat all three of my children the same way. I handle you according to who you are and, and where I see you going. I was strict with all of them. And I don't think anybody would I had rules, I had regulations, and I was I'm going to tell you one time, and if you don't do it, there's consequences. So I made a believer out of that early on in life. So, and I think that helped to instill, it was some fear, but again, you're going to think about it before you're going to act on certain things. Because I tell them, I said, it's either good or it's bad. You make the choice. You do something good consequences come behind that. You do something bad, now you pay the price. So, as far as discipline goes, I discipline her less because my mother was concerned that I may be too rough with her.
Thanks, Granny.
Yeah, she said.
Shout out to Grandma.
Sometimes I think that's why she and I butted heads as much as we did because the boys fell in order. They fell in line. I have a mini-me.
At that point,
What you saw, and I got it back. I mean, she's strong-willed. She's controlling. She is. I tell her all the time, you are everything you didn't like about me. I said so now I say to you, young ladies, you saw what we did, and to your point, we raised you the best way we knew how at that time. We never said we were perfect. We never said we got it right. We made mistakes and we learned from it. So now it's for you not to repeat those same things as you're coming up and to make different choices because you have those choices.
Right.
We spoke earlier now. Y'all can have your own business. You can use your voice is being heard now.
Yeah, right.
I'm saying use your voice. Learn from. If you didn't like what we did, don't repeat it.
Just don't do what you did.
Because I tell them all the time, I'm done apologizing. I made mistakes.
Right.
I'm not perfect. Right. They wonder why I treat my grandchildren different. Why ain't you snatching them?
Wow,
boy! Especially. Did y'all like
You gonna whoop him? You
Oh my God!
I would have got snatched up.
Sure did.
Snatched up out the school.
Baby, and hard.
Yeah. So, but everything I
Still
did
feel it.
was a purpose behind it. I told him I was never someone who had a bad day and came in there like a tornado.
Right.
It's because of your actions. I said when you realize your actions have consequences, then maybe you'll do better.
Absolutely.
So we can't admit right now y'all get softer with them grandkids.
Marshmallow.
Even with so a little different. So I have 3 grown children, and I have a minor. I have a 9-year-old. As life goes, and you learn from mistakes, you change, and so it's even different. Differences
this
with
nine.
that.
9-year-old.
I think y'all get tired of seeing this. Let's talk about
Yeah, you get tired of repeating yourself after so long. It's just like, you know what? I don't even.
You got
So what? Who? How? Okay, so what was the difference in that and then raising your first 3? You know.
Maybe she wants to respond.
No, you have.
She seems like she has something to add. Being a part of.
Okay, I'm 27 years old, right? I have a 9-year-old little brother. So our biggest thing with me and him, not even with my mom, with me and him, is the difference of you my sister, but I'm grown. Like, it's a difference. So I have to also catch myself, because it's like, yes, you his sister. Yes, my mama don't like fuss at me for disciplining him or nothing like that, but it's more so of a, it's how you do it. Like, I'm really aggressive.
Very.
Strong, independent black woman. I don't play that. You're not going to do certain stuff. And it's just like, once I see stuff, like, I heard her say his name more than once and he ain't got up and went in there, hey, move before I hit you. And I had to get to the point where it was like, quit attacking him, because you don't want him to love you out of fear. You want him to love you because you his sister and you care. But as far as this one over here, she raised us different in the sense of, I think she just got to the, like, I was you were 20 when you had me. And then I got a 25-year-old brother, 21-year-old brother. So it was a age gap from her having him. So she's not as quick to crack the whip, as she says. She's not as quick to crack the whip, so it's like I have to pick that part up for her. Cause like, we can't just release all the crazy. Like, yeah, cause he young, but we still gotta keep this thing controlled. We don't want him to be out of order now. So it's just like I guess you can say I'm picking up her slack as an adult. Where it's like, I know you tired, I know you just went and did all this at work, but I need him to still respect you as his mama. Not as, I got all these grown people, I can kind of run free. No, we're not doing that. Okay.
So, you know, both of you ladies, you guys pretty much had to handle, you know, everything yourselves. There wasn't a father figure pretty much in the household with you guys. So for you, how was it, or how is it, you know, raising kids and having an actual husband and a father there, you know, day in and day out? Like, what's that dynamic and difference for you compared to, you know, a single mother?
It's good. I was still the try to run things, like being overprotective. So a lot of things that they probably, as far as discipline wise, I think I shielded them or tried to intervene and not let him do his part. You know, and you know, and it kind of got I guess I kind of didn't let, in the earlier years, I didn't let him kind of do his part. And so he'll let me handle it, you know, on a lot of things, and I'd be like, no, I'm just that's just hard and stuff like that. But you can ask Jerry.
I can speak on that.
Okay.
I got it. They done had so many arguments to where, like, he trying to tell us one thing, she trying to tell us another. I'm getting mad at my mama for not taking my side, but I had to realize, like, they're married, you know, when I got older, and, like, she can't always take my side. They gonna take each other's side. They gonna side with each other first before they get to me, you know. They gonna figure something out. But my dad definitely disciplined us more than she did. She tried to, but anyway.
Like, she
definitely
attempted.
having a man in the home, you know, was different. You know, even being a girl, him raising 2 girls, it was different for sure.
So, well, of course, would you say that you really appreciated that more so?
Yeah, for sure. Because you've seen both aspects of it. It was different from how he tried to raise us, or how he did raise us, and how she did. You know, I have a 7-week-old baby right now, and I can even already tell.
Congratulations.
Between the way my boyfriend tries to, you know, handle things and how I try to do it, I'll let him cry for 30 seconds before I pick him up. He'll wait a minute. I'm like, no, you gotta get him. He's a newborn. Like, he don't know no better. He's like, no, you gotta let him cry a little bit. I'm like, he don't know. Give me my baby.
Yeah, you're not doing it.
Don't let him cry. Maybe when he's older, you can try to. I was like, it's already that aspect of how man tries to do it and how, we do so.
There is definitely a big difference in how men try to raise their kids and how women do it. And I don't know. I just feel like women, we just do it a little right.
We just kind of got
it. I just feel like we just, I don't know. I say it's God. God just kind of instills something in us, especially as black women, to be able to uphold anything that comes our way, whether it's being a single mom or being a married woman. Like, you're going to have to, be the all, regardless of what position you're put in, So I feel like as black women, like, we deserve our flowers, and especially starting with you all who are the matriarchs. You guys are the head of these households and everything. Regardless if, your kids are grown, we would not be here, if it wasn't for you guys. So again, I say this with the most genuine and pure heart. Y'all are so appreciated. Like, and I know y'all probably haven't heard that often raising us, and as kids we don't know. We just living. We making it happen. We just happy to be here. And it's like, I feel like you guys don't really get the recognition that y'all deserve. And it's not until we're older with our own kids and our own problems where we looking at y'all like,
how you do it?
How did you do it? Like, what did y'all have? And that's why I also asked earlier, what are the differences, or do you guys see any changes in, how y'all had to raise us and how things are today? And, to even just hear y'all say, nah, ain't nothing really changed, it kind of scares me, because it's like, okay, so I'm finna be y'all.
I'm turning into you.
I'm gonna live and you're gonna learn.
Right. Mm-hmm. And the thing is, you got to be intentional. Yes. And that's why a lot of times when you have that opportunity to do what you need to do before you get kids, it's harder when you start having kids and then you have a family.
Trying to figure it out.
What you need to get right now. Because when you have kids and have a family, that throws in a whole nother mix, difficulty in it, And we're not trying to run your lives. That's why she was saying that my mother raised me to be an independent black woman. Yeah, we raised you all to be an independent person, because the thing is, you have to know how to survive out here, regardless if you got a husband or regardless if you're by yourself. Right. And you were saying, well, how do I get a husband? But when you have that man who knows how to step up and be the man, automatically you're not losing yourself. You still got what you got, but you got a partner that comes alongside you and help you to be who you want to be, just like you helping him be who he wants to be. Both of y'all want the same thing. Now, that's not going to start off and be automatic.
Right.
You build that. You build trust and whatever. You build that relationship. So you're not going to start off, but the thing is being intentional. Yes. Just like she said, being intentional. So you can be strong and there's not like I don't need a man. Because my grandmother, I was raised by my grandmother. She taught me to make sure you know how to take care of yourself. She didn't actually say, okay, I'm raising you to be a strong black woman. Right. But when the things get hard, you know how to survive.
Right.
So she's giving you the tools to survive, not to counsel anybody out.
Right.
So I'll just say that.
Hey now.
That's some great advice for us young ladies.
Hey now.
Man,
I'm telling you, y'all just put me through the door right there.
Yeah, it really does. And we are in that phase of trying to figure it out as young black women. And again, we could not figure this out or do this without y'all. So I want to thank you guys so much for being in my life, for just stepping up in a time that I needed all of y'all the most, not even just the mothers in here, but the daughters as well. I love all of y'all so much. And matter of fact, while we're talking about giving flowers, I want to make
some
sure
flowers.
while y'all are still here and breathing and alive and doing y'all thing. Thank you. Guys, let y'all know I love y'all so much. I appreciate y'all. And thank you guys so much for coming today and talking and giving us just insight and advice as young Black women. You know what this world is going to bring to us, you know, and it's been beautiful, you know, watching you guys raise us and, you know, learning from everything that you all have been through. And I know y'all hard on us, and I know it's all out of love and care, and it's all out of wanting us to do our absolute best in this lifetime. And I thank y'all so much, and I love you guys so much.
Thank you.
So we're going to go ahead and wrap this on up. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to Big D Energy. We will see you